Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bethany. If you are new here, I make content about books, lifestyle, fitness, family, all the things. Today's video is pretty much a video about all the books I read because of TikTok and if they lived up to the hype. Okay, we have quite a few books on the list and I'm running on quite a low battery. So we're going to kind of get through this video pretty quickly, but it's still going to be helpful enough to see if you should read it or if you should not. The first book we have on the list is Legendborn by Tracy Dion. This is following a girl named Bree. It is a fantasy where she is discovering magic, self-discovery, like a modern twist to a lot of fantasies that are out there. I did rate this 3 stars, but the more I'm thinking about this book and looking at it, I didn't really enjoy this book that much. I really was like dragging my nails along the walls to really get through this book. I did end up rating this 3 stars, but for me, this is probably more so like a 2.75 star. I wouldn't really recommend it. I'm not really going to give deep synopsis of all these books because we have quite a few to get through. But if you want to know about what these books are, you could definitely look it up on Goodreads, maybe some fellow TikTokers or booktubers, and I'm sure there's so many videos out there for you. So that's this one, Legendborn. No, I would not recommend. It was not worth the hype. Let me say that. It was not worth the hype. The next book we have here is Real by Kennedy Ryan. I rated this 5 stars. Definitely discovered this through Kennedy Ryan's catalog, but I discovered Kennedy Ryan through BookTok. And yes, I recommend this 1000%. This is more so like a very heartfelt romance where two worlds collide in a way that is definitely unexpected. It's about healing past wounds. It's all about definitely unexpected love story between two characters. This is following Kanan and Neva, and all I can say is you guys will do yourself a disservice if you do not pick up this book and read it. It is so good. Next book, definitely from BookTok, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I want to say I rated this 5 stars. I'm about to double check myself right now. I actually rated this 4 stars, and this is pretty much following like this Hollywood icon that is pretty much telling a story about her scandalous life back in the day. All 7 husbands that she was married to and what happened with them. And she hires this writer, this underdog writer to like write her story. And y'all, it is so good. This was definitely worth the hype, I can assure you. I'm sorry, this was not 4 stars. This was 4.5 stars. I just double checked myself on Goodreads. This book we have is Disgrace by Brittainy Cherry. I ended up rating this 5 stars. This was one of the most recent books I read by Brittainy Cherry. Y'all, this book is so good. This is definitely worth the hype. This is following Jackson and Grace, discovering love pretty much after loss, tragedy after tragedy, misunderstandings, black sheeps, all the things. This will have you in such an emotional state, up and down. You're going to have laughs, you're going to have tears, you're going to have all the things. This was definitely worth the hype for sure. All right, the next one is The Teacher by Freida McFadden. I rated this 5 stars. Y'all know I love her books. This is a psychological thriller that has a lot of hidden motives, a lot of secrets. It's definitely fast-paced. The chapters are short, so it's something that you can get through quickly, especially if you're not a big thriller girl like I am. 5 stars, definitely worth the read. The next one is The Princess Bride by J.J. McAvoy. I actually found this off of a BookToker as well, a black woman. And I'm so glad she rated this because now I'm on the 3rd book of the series and it's so good. It's pretty much following a rich heiress along with a prince. It's like a marriage of convenience type of thing. So good. 5 stars. Loved it, loved it, loved it. If you're a fan of regal romance, if you're a fan of Bridgerton, especially Queen Charlotte, this is heavy giving Queen Charlotte vibes for sure. Yes. The next book is Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. This is pretty much about 2 fathers whose sons were killed because of their relationship pretty much. And it's gruesome. It's good. I do recommend it. I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite book, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was really good. The next book we have here is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I read this book literally almost 2 years ago, but I do know that I rated it 5 stars. I can tell you this was like an enemies to lovers, like office romance, like not supposed to be dating because your co-workers or whatever the case may be, or maybe they're like boss, and I can't quite remember, but I do know I rated it 5 stars. So yes, I do highly recommend it. This definitely came from BookTok. Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This is a part of a series. Abby Jimenez writes the best heartfelt but uplifting, definitely about love and loss. I think I've mentioned this book in my last YouTube video, but anything that Abby Jimenez writes, for me at least, is definitely worth the hype. And her books are heavy on BookTok and BookTube and Bookstagram. Shatter Me. Y'all already know I'm about to read the book that recently came out, Watch Me. Y'all know how I feel about this book. Heavy on BookTok. Yes, yes, 1,000 times. Yes, 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 yes. A dystopian fantasy YA. It gives you everything that you need. I loved it. Next book, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I have to move fast. My camera's on 2%. Yes, absolutely yes. This is following a girl named Peyton. She's a ordinary in the world of elites, and she's faking that she's an elite, and she's in the slums, and people are coming after her. It gives you everything: action, it gives you love, it gives you enemies to lovers, it gives you everything. Yes, this is definitely worth the read. The entire series is. All right, friends, so I'm going to redo the last ones. We have Fourth Wing. As you all know, this has been one of the most highly talked about books on BookTok, and as it should be, because it was so worth it. The entire series was worth it. I absolutely ate this series up, and I'm ready for the next book to come out. And then lastly, we have ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Of course, when you first read the first book, it's really hard for people to be like, what is all the hype about? But baby, you have to get to the next books, especially the second book. Once you get to the second book, you're really going to be locked in, and you're not going to be able to stop reading the series. I promise you that you will not. Okay? Yeah. And I think that is all the books, you guys, that we have. We definitely have more yeses than we do have nos. So would I recommend or go into BookTok search engine to figure out maybe your next 5-star read? Absolutely, absolutely. I know there's a lot of things, like there's so many other authors out there that their light isn't getting shined on, and I agree. It's just the fact that we have to do our research to find those books and then talk about those books, especially with our minority authors, especially with the like the smaller indie authors. We definitely should do better at supporting them. One day or one video, I will make a book about a lot of small authors, whether I discovered them via Kindle Unlimited and or if I just discovered them through another YouTuber or BookToker, and I see that their ratings on Goodreads are low. I will make a whole video dedicated to those authors and their books. But in the meantime, you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.